Start.
Welcome to the spin. A little bit of a new background there, and a special guest, Miss Abigail Domit, the second woman, I guess, officially to qualify for the 2025 CrossFit Games.
Let's say first two. That sounds much better.
First two. Tied for points, though.
Yeah.
So
I think Zcore you'd be ahead because of your Isabel.
I think that is the way it worked. P score, but yeah, she was ahead.
Do you know anything about Z-Score, Abby?
Kind of.
P score, John.
I did.
P-score, sorry.
Is it Z score or P score?
One of ABC score.
It's
One of
P
them.
now.
ABC.
It used to be Z.
I did think about that this weekend. For some reason, people started talking about it. And we're like, is it standard scoring? Are we going to use Z score, P score? And then we're like, oh, well, with a field of 18, that would make a huge difference because there were some serious gaps on a lot of the events. So
yeah, you would have gotten
some more than others. More so.
Really, like you know that
on the men's.
Yeah,
team.
he's the guy who made it's his thing.
Oh shoot!
It's my thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's not like a random equation. He made it. She goes, "How do you know that?" That was great.
He's kind of a big deal.
Wow. Okay, I'll go to you for all my questions on that.
Yeah. So if anybody like just kills an event, like he's the guy to ask how much are they ahead?
Okay, because it's like each second that you.
It goes by how much you beat the middle person.
Oh. Huh.
That's the easiest way to. It's the easiest way to think about it. Like they take all the scores. The middle person gets 50. Correct, Tyler. And then however much you are ahead of that person is how many points you get. So you would get 100. Second place gets like 83 because of how much you beat everybody by.
But so if it's like a longer event where people are going to be minutes ahead versus a really short event and it's only a few seconds.
It equals out.
It's all the same.
So like a long event's actually much harder to get a whole bunch of points on people because 20 minutes and 19 minutes is 95 versus 100 essentially.
Okay.
And you're not beating somebody by 5 minutes in a 20-minute workout. Where a 4-minute workout, you do something in 350 and then the next second place is 430. Percentage wise,
yeah,
that's gap. 10%. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Maybe we should have did that. We should have did.
You should say that to Dave. Tyler will get so hard.
I know that Mayhem is not big fans of it.
Yeah,
they're not.
Not or are.
No, I know that they are not. They talk shit about it on some of their podcasts. It's fine. It's not for everybody. But all of a sudden, when everybody died, they're like, "Well, wait a minute."
Not for everybody. We got a question here. We'll read it because Pool Boy paid us. Would Abigail rather be able to do the?
Oh my god.
Kamehameha.
Oh man! Oh, Spin doesn't watch it.
I do not.
Kamehameha or instant transmission.
Yeah.
I was worried this was gonna happen. I'm like,
I knowledge.
Since I was a child, I just know what some of the things are.
I have no idea what that is.
I think it would depend on whose Kamehameha we're talking about.
Yeah, we'll go with
That's what you should have done last event.
I got you.
Held your hair vertically. That would have been the final form.
Oh my gosh! If you would have made the freaking triangle hair,
Oh.
that would have been outrageous. Have like an orange top.
Dude.
Oh man!
Like that pack that.
Yeah, have the little little Japanese sign on the back, whatever that is. I had a Goku shirt not too long ago, like 3 years ago.
Gosh.
Yeah, I'll text you guys. I promise you, I had a shirt like that.
Please do hurry.
I believe it.
I've been canceled because I have no idea what you guys are talking about. But
It's Dragon Ball Z's, man.
Sure. Okay. Back to CrossFit. I know more about that than
He didn't hear your interview, Abby, clearly.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I heard
I'm sorry
it.
that we're working
I
with
just don't know anything
amateurs
about
here.
it.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's okay.
You like Lauren Khalil when Tommy and Sean talk about movies.
Oh, CrossFit.
Yeah, I have no idea. CrossFit. Yes, with CrossFit.
That took a while. Go ahead. Topic.
Thanks, Sean. Yeah, going into Mayhem, like obviously, like you got overlooked on World Fitness Project, so you just go straight in for CrossFit Games, and like going into Mayhem, like it's a strong field, right? And I know some of the women just dropped out, but like we had talked about it before, like with all the competitions going on and like having to like plan schedules, and like if you didn't make it this one, you have to do like TFX and you get to do the online semifinal. Was there any like thought of like, maybe I don't do this one, I go do TFX or the semifinals? Or
So, like, this was actually something I kind of talked about earlier with Be Friendly, actually, was how
Who?
Brian and PC. So,
Oh,
like, literally today. So, I feel like going in, like, if you go into this competition, obviously, it's like a month before everything else, and then there's multiple options, and you think, like, hey, if it's not there this weekend, if I'm not having a good score, whatever, there's options A, B, and C later down the road. And I wasn't going to go in thinking that, because the next option was the online. And to me, I'm like, I'm not doing the online, like absolutely not. I feel like I'm just not very good online. To me, that's like, no, if I'm going to, my ticket to the games is going to be through an in-person event. And let's say I didn't have a good weekend and then I have to do the online, because you'd be an idiot not to. They're taking 11. You don't do that, and then you have to wait for TFX or NorCal or whatever. So yeah, I just kind of went in with the mindset of like, this is the only option, and I'm getting my games ticket no matter what. Like, there was no other. And it's kind of like all the other years, right? Like, you have one chance. And so I saw that this weekend.
did you hear anybody talk about like, well, I have other chances, like maybe coming in with a different mindset? Was that kind of discussed, or heard anybody else discussing that while you were in Cookeville?
Kind of, not really, like not directly, but maybe more so in the weeks leading up to the competition. Like, people were like getting excited because they're like, oh, confirm my invite for this, confirm my invite for that, which like I also confirmed mine for both NorCal and TFX, but I also did it like with the insurance of like, I'm probably not going to do this, so I'll get the refund later if I have to. But yeah, even I feel like some of the people who were close to me, when they started releasing some of the like the judges standard stuff for the online, and they're like, oh, okay, well, we need to make sure that you have 2 judges and have this and that. And I'm just like, no, I'm not going to do the online, so I don't need that.
I mean, I think that's a great mindset to have, though. Like, if you have a plan B, like sometimes plan A doesn't come out like as well as it could be if you don't have
plan B.
That's right.
Yeah. Which, like, yeah, there are other options that could have happened, but I don't want to be going in already thinking that, you know, because then you're
building
Up
way
for
out.
failure.
your mind. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I looked up these Be Friendly people you're talking about, and they ranked you at 8th. It's a good thing you came on this show,
man.
because I picked you to go to the games from Mayhem. So you know, I'm your guy.
And if we don't count Alexis, I also picked you to go to the game.
Well, that's how it worked out. Honestly, I actually thought that it was going to be me and Alexis qualifying before the weekend started.
Yeah. One of the things I noticed, like,
You know?
Saturday afternoon, the first event, like it was hot in there.
Yeah.
Like it was like, I would say probably 80, 85, humid.
So muggy.
And outside wasn't so bad, but I feel like, I mean, you're from Texas.
Yeah.
I feel like others who came from the north who haven't been in the heat for months may have had a little bit of an issue. Do you agree with that?
I definitely thought that going into it. And we know, because we're like, Tennessee, it's humid there. Like, it's going to be how it was. And so leading up to it, like seeing some of the people who, they're coming from up north, and I'm like, like, are they prepared for this? Oh, she went to worms. She went to bed.
Look at that. Look at that.
So yeah,
Sean's proud of himself
about that. In fact, before the event, I drank so much salts and electrolytes because I knew that it was going to be a rough first event for sure.
I kind of mentioned it in my first question, but like the World Fitness Project didn't extend you an invite. Was there maybe a little bit of a chip on your shoulder after, because you're going up against quite a few of them that are there? Like, you've been to the games, what now, 3 years? Is it 2 years?
This will be my third. Yeah. I was pretty bitter about not getting an invite. I really was like, I'd like to do it, but I don't want to do these qualifiers. And then they released their qualifier on like a Wednesday. And then a couple days passed, and I was just like, should I be doing this? Like, maybe I should just try it. And like, at this time, my coach was out of town for a week. My husband's out of town. So I was like, maybe I should just do these workouts. Like, why not? And then I realized it was the type of qualifier where you have to like weigh all the weights and weigh the barbells and the whole mess. And so I was like, oh, okay, like, let me bug some of my friends to come help me and stuff. And then by the time you're set up, and I'm like, okay, like, do the workout. And then I did it, and I was like, I don't think that was good enough, but it just didn't feel worth it to try again, And so I was like, man, like, should I even submit my scores? But then I was like, well, you never know. So put them in. And then they sent me my challenger invite, and I was like,
okay. It's kind of funny. 2 of the 4 or 3 of the 4, right? Qualifiers did not get an invite for WFP.
Wait, who?
Yeah.
Because Abby, Fee, and Colton, 3 of the 4 people, of the first 4 people that are going to the games, got their first ticket. And it's not like it's a field of people who don't have an invite either.
And Austin only got it. Austin only got it because Saxon joined the like team and is not competing.
right.
So otherwise it would have been all 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been, if Saxon had stayed in, it would have been all 4.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But I don't know. We're like, we'll do it. I mean, I should probably be doing some stuff for Mayhem because it was like a week later. And then
probably.
Yeah, I feel like I just didn't have the right like mindset. I was like kind of sneaking them in, and and something like that, you have to really want to do it. And I don't want to say I was like careless, but in a way, kind of.
Yeah. Going back to Mayhem, when the workouts, I guess, were on the sheet there, did you try to like, first of all, do you like doing any of the workouts ahead of time? Did you play the game of going through the rabbit hole of?
Oh, she did Isabel
guessing?
about 37 times before she went out there.
I did do Isabel like on that Monday or Tuesday. Yeah. When they first released the picture, I wasn't sure if that really was like, oh, these are the workouts, like those are it. I thought that there was like one in there. And then a few days later, whatever, they message us and they're like, hey, can you guess which workouts they are? And then I was like, oh, okay, so they're on the picture. And so then I broke them down into like little categories and was like, okay, well, these are all the ones with the GHDs. These are all the ones with Echo Bike. These are all like these. But yeah, we did some, but yeah, I mean, you can't do them all. You can try, but, and then we just try and practice like stuff that is going to be there. I mean, they put on their social media the obstacle as a way, I think, to trick people. And so then we're all like, okay, let's practice the obstacle, or like, heavy rope. They do a lot of stuff like that. But there's certain things, I mean, there's going to be some sort of legless rope climb workout.
GHDs for sure.
Yeah. GHDs, that was definitely a movement that going into the competition, I should have definitely done more of. And we knew, like me and my coach were like, I should be doing more of these, but then it's already like time to go. And it just went by so fast. I don't know. April came so quickly. We're like, all right, let's go compete. Let's do it.
I know people say like it's mayhem home cooking with the programming, but I feel like everybody knows what you're going for. Like if you're going to the Mayhem Classic, you're like what you just said, you're doing all that stuff too. I don't think it's mayhem cooking, it's just what they like to do.
Yeah, and that was the thing, like even with some of like the weirder stuff, like maybe not weird, but like heavy jump rope, they like to do that a lot in their programming. And like the obstacle, it's like, yeah, they could make us do that, but would that make sense as far as getting the two people to go to the games? So they'd rather put something else in.
Yeah. Did you like the first 5 workouts and then maybe the compressed schedule of not having a whole lot of time, not spreading it out over the whole day?
I really liked that, actually. It felt like literally 36 hours that we did the whole competition, and just how we went, and then we came back and we're like, all right, in an hour we're getting called again. So you just didn't have time to get too lost or cool off too much, and I actually like that a lot.
Do you think the real fittest people come out in atmospheres like that because it tests your ability to recover so much and not just be fresh for everything?
Maybe, yeah.
Or I mean, maybe not even fittest, but just the ability to endure. I feel like that's a staple of Mayhem competition, because Rich was always great at that, right? It's not that he got better, he just didn't get worse, and everybody else got worse.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that, like, after the first event, there were people who did not recover. Like, they were done, and they just could not perform after that. So.
Was there a workout that surprised you on kind of how you felt afterwards?
For me, like, the hardest workout was the 4th one with the GHDs, handstand walking, all that. That one, just I needed like 20 minutes just to like not feel like I was gonna throw up. Like my brain was over here. Just being
inverted so much.
Yeah, and just I don't know, because like the way you breathe differently on GHDs. Like at one point, I smacked the pen out of my judge's hand, and I'm like, and then you're going upside down, and you're just constantly. It's hard not to start breath holding and just to keep your everything consistent.
Yeah, and then going to the final event, Tyler's going to leave. What?
He doesn't want to hear about the final event.
Those fast workouts. Did you have an idea of where you needed to be? Like, did you have a game plan going into it? Like, I need to just, keep an eye on Emily, or is it just run your own race?
Yeah, I mean, going into the last workout, that was something like we're very aware of where the points are at, and you also kind of know like who's going to win that event. Where this person's roughly going to end up, so it's pretty nerve-wracking because it's going to be so close. And yeah, I mean. Some people aren't, but like as soon as it finishes, like you know what you got, like they're like, oh, I have no idea where the standings are, or whatever happens. And I'm like, no, like you're telling me you weren't counting right now? Like you didn't just have 1, 2, 3 people finish ahead of you or behind you? Like, come on,
So you have that in your mind then as you're as you're going through it?
Yeah, like obviously do the best you can, but you do have to just, be aware of those things.
Was there a moment of fear when you saw Emily get off first?
I kind of knew she was probably going to win the event. So it kind of,
you don't really know where everybody else is at until you get off.
Yeah, it matters more like how I finish and then how many people finished behind or between me and Fee.
Mm-hmm.
So
you knew right away, like you crossed the finish line, or you're trying to run to the bopper there. You pretty much had an idea that you were.
Yeah, you kind of knew where things were because I knew from the first heat it was just Alexis's time, which hers was a few seconds behind mine, which meant Emily, Claudia, me, and then times after that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Fee had no idea. She was just hoping.
I think she was just going for it, honestly.
I think she was like, please God, let it be enough. I think
even afterwards, she's like, I have no idea where I ended up, and I'm like, Fee, you won. Come on. But
you all right there, Tyler?
I'm having issues. It's fine.
Well, now you have 4 months till the games. It's a long time to prep.
Yeah, that's a long time. And I feel like it's really easy to kind of get too far gone and too far out of it. And so that's something we're talking about is like, should we do another competition from here to the games just to stay fresh? So we might. We're just not sure yet.
Well, I think you should do NorCal just to have fun. Not because I'm commentating and it's going to be more fun for me, but I just think NorCal would be a fun competition to do. Be in California, it's nice.
Yeah. No, I agree. That was the one that we're talking about because it's also good timing. It's in June.
It also has an $85,000 prize purse.
Oh, really?
Oh. Spin just rocked her world with that.
Is that first place?
I don't think they've put it down I don't think they've done the breakdown, but it's
but NorCal's been known to give first place
25,000.
90% of the prize pool, and then second place and third get the next 10%.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And I've never done NorCal before, so it'd be cool to just,
Hattie's on team NorCal.
Yes, and I would see Hattie and all the girls. Got to do it,
Yeah, I think first place last 2 years was 25,000. So yeah, it's a decent prize purse. So
not bad.
You already have your ticket. You just go make some more extra money, and
that's what Colton's going to do.
Yeah, because the other option was TFX, but it just didn't make sense time-wise and all that. So I think we might go and hang out. I have some friends who are competing, but I think I wanted to give my spot to somebody else.
There he is.
Very fun. Okay.
While we're at it, let's just invite, other games people that get their ticket too. Let's just make this a fun exhibition, and we get basically a second games.
Who's programming that event?
I think the guy's running it, right?
Yeah, I think it's just Blair and Ben. Yeah,
Blair Morrison, and
they're the ones that did the traversing double unders, and they did what else? They do anything weird?
Hold the buckets,
the bucket hold, yeah.
Oh. Interesting events.
It's a very much an old school feel to it.
Yeah. How good are you at holding buckets, Abby?
With straight arms?
Yeah. Obviously
straight. Pretty straight.
Yeah.
Unless you're a pool boy, and then
depends who you are. Yeah.
Then you get a little.
Okay. I'll go practice after this.
Yeah. The bucket hold champ, and then they ended up not counting it because
he's so proud of himself. He ended up beating Colton and Taylor in this, just holding a bucket, and he never lets anybody ever forget it.
It's the weirdest thing to be good at.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he dump it out, or maybe he's just holding an empty bucket?
No, he's just got really strong weight in there. Really strong forearms and delts. Just he practices at home a lot with it.
You don't warm up with like bucket hold carries and stuff like that. That's not something in your training.
More the
Barbell girl.
The farmers.
Yeah,
carry.
you might need Pool Boy as your coach. I don't think you're going to make it to the games that way. Oh wait.
Oh my god! I'm imagining.
You should do that at NorCal. That's what you should do. like
Please.
while we have you. Like that's we could just have fun with that whole competition. It'd be great. We'll get somebody.
I'm excited. I'm signed up. I'm doing it.
There you go. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Congratulations on
Thank you.
punching your ticket to the games, and good luck in 4 months.
Yeah.
In 4 months. That's so far away.
It'll come here before you know it, though. So
That's true.
yeah. Well, go get some rest, and I guess
All right.
watch the rest of the show. I'm sure John will have some great stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure Anton's probably going to watch it right now. So
Stay tuned for the next mountain because it has been updated.
gotta climb the mountain.
Yeah.
Gotta
Stay
climb the
tuned.
mountain.
It's a big deal. It's probably it's bigger than the games,
This
honestly.
is the most important thing in my
Gotta climb up that mountain. All right, Abigail. I appreciate it, and we'll chat a little bit later.
Thank you so much. I'll see you later.
Have a
Thanks,
good one.
Abby.
Good job. See you.
Thanks.
Tyler?
Somebody move me. Jesus Christ.
Jeez. Miss Domit.
Going to the
Good stuff.
games.
Good stuff.
Told you. There
you guys like-
in the last event, I was like, I don't know.
No, she yeah.
I didn't think that Rolf was a shoe-in to win that one.
I didn't either.
No.
I think she's in it, but not like, oh, Emily's gonna win this.
Yeah, I don't look at her and be like, oh, she's the Echo Bite queen.
But I mean, like the girls, that might just be something there where, like in a games field, we don't see Emily like that, but in that field, they know Emily's the best biker, and and it's just I don't have intel on everybody that was there, but like in a games field, we know who the best people are. It's my fault that we didn't know. I'll be better.
Sorry, CrossFit. You're stuck with us. Just kind of the average of what happens on the show. First, you notice we have a new layout. Second, go to the bottom left, right below me. High ground beef chips. Scan the QR code. 15% off beef chips. So 3 ingredients, I think. It's
Dude,
good.
they're so good.
Dude, I can't explain to the public how hard it is to point at the right thing. And
It's the hardest job of all
it's
time.
so hard. It's the
backward.
opposite of where you are, but
Yeah.
it's still like your finger just doesn't work to get.
You have to remember, don't
it's-
point where I want to. Point
It's
away.
really, really difficult.
But no, high ground beef chips. I mean, I tell her you can't understand what they're like until you eat one. Chips is the word for it. They're so good. Anyway,
John, you've had some, right?
Yes.
And you've cleaned 405. So
I ate them immediately before that.
there you
I
how fast
actually
did you go through a
attempted-
bag?
No, listen, I attempted 405 with Freebird in the background, the song Freebird. And I have video of this.
During
And
the slow portion, I bet.
No. I let the whole thing play, getting in the mode. Because I was like, guys, I like kind of high poppy music. I lift the best of that. And they're like, no, you need you need to get amped up. I'm like, I don't lift good like that. And then I missed it. And then what we did, I decided to listen to the remainder of Freebird and eat a bag of high ground beef chips. And then I put on No Air, and then you see what happens. And then magic happens. And that's how you max out, people.
That's how you warm up.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. So that makes sense. No, seriously. What is going on?
Go ahead. I'm trying
Appreciate.
to hide it at the same time. That's what's happening.
No.
Avera, yes, I've actually eaten them. I ate a whole bag in like 2 sittings. I had to slow myself down. I would have eaten the whole bag in 1 sitting. Jeanette got mad because I ate the whole thing without her even like having 1 chip.
I mean, I think that's actually the hardest piece is to not eat the entire bag.
Yes. This is not a salesy like joke that we're telling to sell high ground beef chips. Is for real.
I don't know. I've never eaten a bag of chips and didn't eat the whole bag. I feel like if I'm eating chips, I'm eating the bag of chips. Like, y'all moderate your bag of chips. You have 3 chips and you put it away.
Well, so like I think it's like 50 grams.
yes.
I think it's like 50 grams of protein, right? And so the idea
Yes.
is like, I'll just eat half of this bag, and then you start eating it, and you're like, I'm already past halfway. I'm like 75%. I guess I'll just finish it off.
Did you all put the honey on them?
I have, yes.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's like I was like, and then I tried one, and I was like, I felt bad because I waited towards the end of the bag, and I was like, I should have been doing this the whole time.
Nah, I'm not a big honey guy. I'm watching my figure.
Oh man,
that's the deciding factor of it. No, seriously, guys, we appreciate High Ground. Scan the QR code. The link in the description. Also, 15% off. Use code SPIN. Yes, Jose, honey. They can send you honey with it. So definitely grab some, and you will not be disappointed. Back to, and also frog grips. We got to meet the frog grips guys at Mayhem.
How are they?
Sean is awesome.
John, hold on. I'll go get it.
What? What is it? Sounded like he was going to propose to me, didn't it? John, I'll go get it.
You never know. He might have a ring coming back. I'm not sure. Oh, here he comes.
Is it a jersey?
John.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but
that's awesome.
There's a little added benefit.
Oh, no. That's so great. And you guys got jerseys too?
They gave us all 3. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Tyler has to send you his.
What numbers are you guys?
They're all 46.
They're all 48.
48.
Okay.
So 48, 46.
Are you going to send it to me?
I think it's 40. Yeah. I'll send it to you. They're 48, I think.
Can I make it a weightlifting singlet and I'll go do a weightlifting meet in it? That would be cool.
You can do whatever you want with it, John.
Preferably
wear it.
What if I wore it over my grid jersey just to make a statement?
Yeah, that's a good
Is that
move.
allowed? Is that allowed? We have to talk about your grid team here in a minute. But first, viewer comments. This is your reminder.
Are we okay.
This is your reminder to subscribe. We're trying to get to 10,000. We have like 400 some odd more to get there. And then also leave some comments down below for next week. At M Telford 87, to your knowledge, have the WTF FP paid out their salaries and payments to athletes? If so, when does their year contract run from and until?
I think they pay them out in quarters, from what I heard.
Like a lot of quarters.
They give them
or
rolls
quarterly?
of quarters.
Rolls of quarters.
Okay.
They pay them once a quarter.
Okay.
And
That's every 3 months.
Can you imagine getting mailed like a whole bunch of quarters?
I'd low-key be kind of stoked.
I really want to make enough money where I have like an assistant or something. And I don't know what I'm doing to have an assistant, but and be like, hey, I'll pay you quarterly. And then just and then I just give him a bunch of quarters.
Your podcast scheduling assistant.
Yeah. Can I give a shout out to my new one?
Your scheduling assistant.
New podcast or
later on.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Of course.
I really don't know. But
I don't know how you do this many podcasts, John.
I don't either.
I don't.
I think
I don't think I think about it, and then I just end up overwhelming myself.
I think you have more than Savon.
What'd you say, Tyler?
You can say no. You just feel like
it feels wrong to say no.
No,
she was so nice about it. She was like, "I'll do everything,"
kind of like I do.
It's hard to say no to that.
Yes, man. It's not hard to do this show. I just sit here and talk trash about people. I have a blast doing it. Occasionally I get canceled, but that's okay.
That's the price you pay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they do get paid every 3 months. I've heard they've gotten their first payment. I don't know how it works with somebody like Emma McQuaid, who then withdrew. Like, do they claw that back? I don't know.
Yeah. Let me get that back.
Yeah. HDR reel.
It's my CBD real advertisement.
What is John? What is HR? Yeah, what is this HR?
A homegrown relief. Okay, CBD right here. Got you some right here. Okay.
What does it do for you, John?
It makes you feel good, man. You put it on your joints and then they don't hurt.
I give a softball toss, and what does he do? He just watches it drop.
What are you talking about?
He answered the question.
That's true. You did.
It makes your joints feel better whenever especially like your bicep. I did
It makes your joints feel good.
No,
especially good.
These
for the
guys.
bicep.
These guys. I felt the most healing. Not like I don't feel healing, but they felt better the next day. You know what I'm saying?
It's basically a back to tank for wherever you put it.
I don't know
right?
what that is.
Yeah, just see, you're canceled now. It's a Star Wars reference. Come on, John.
I'm sorry.
Moving on. Kathy Stan, if Tyler's going to do his show while traveling, can someone please sort this friggin' microphone? His sound on this show was so bad.
I went back and listened. It was not that bad.
I didn't think it was bad, guys. I think people are.
They're just accustomed to the sweet sound of the mic. Yeah, the high quality mic.
Hell, I'm sitting here right now. I can't get my shit together. What?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're traveling or not. We were late because my roadcaster was acting up.
If y'all can listen to the god awful podcast that was Jason and Justin and Dallin's audio the other day, like you can.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That was hard to listen to. I don't know what program they use to do that because it's definitely different.
Riverside.
Oh, okay. Don't know that.
But shout out to Jason. Jason does have a legit mic, or one of them, Dallin or Jason.
It's Jason, but he has like the Yeti one.
Oh, is it that?
I think it's garbage.
Yeah, it sounds real canny.
Yeah, but he's trying.
We all start
Yeah,
somewhere, and then actually, I think Justin has the best one, but his connection was bad or something.
I had no microphone and no internet and no laptop for the first year that I was on Sevon. It was just on my phone, and I had to go upstairs because that was where the best Wi-Fi was with my phone, and it had to put it on a charger because my phone would die being on it, and I had to put pillows up to keep my phone in place, and that's what I did for a year.
If you go back and watch our old videos, they're a little rough. So shout out to everybody who's made it this far.
Little by little, we get a little more professional.
That's right. At Jess M, all other sports compete a lot more than 8 times a year. Stop whining.
Yes, every other sport is just like CrossFit, which is extremely demanding on your body. It's the exact same. Football plays what? It's 12 games in the regular season, John?
17
in not NFL, college.
15 if you go to the playoffs.
Right, 15. And it's they're not that would be the most similar, but it's still very, very different.
I think like UFC is 2 or 3 times if you're a top fighter.
I mean, right. I cycling only has 8 times in the whole year, but one of those a couple of those times is 21 straight days. So.
And think about you have on average, let's say 6 events. We only had 5 at Mayhem. You got to warm up for 30 minutes, then go do a Metcon that's going to last anywhere between on average 10 and 20 minutes. And it's so you've played 6 football games in 2 days.
I don't know if that math checks out, but we'll just
it checks out. Don't look at it too
we'll
hard.
We'll rock with it.
No, I think those guys with only 5 workouts, I think they still felt it, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think they were rocked.
We'll find
Even
out.
Jason.
Yeah,
Even
we'll find
Jason
out the
said,
first.
Jason was effed up.
Yeah.
We'll get to that here in a second. I mean, I think we'll find out what it's like in May when some of these guys are doing like 3 things back to back to back. Right? You do the in affiliate semifinals. You go do the WFP or French Throwdown, and then you may do TFX, like,
and then grid.
and grid.
dude. Just adjust your training, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Unless you're fitness privileged.
Listen. I know it annoys him so badly. It's honestly the best running joke because it's just every single thing that's been tried to warn everybody about is coming to pass. I know he loves it. He loves it. He hopes people get run down in the dirt, and like Danielle Brandon withdraws from 8 competitions. Like he
Danielle's my homie.
He loves all of it. But it's the greatest running line of just adjust your training. just because
it's easy.
Well, did he not tell Danielle? She's struggling right now. It's the hardest season of all time. Did anybody tell her to adjust her training?
When he withdrew from the Mayhem Classic, did you text him? Did you adjust your training?
Did you adjust your training?
I didn't think of it. I 100% would have texted him that if I would have like thought of it right when he withdrew.
Yeah. Can you pull up Meredith's comment?
Can you not?
No,
Meredith Vogel
I'm
Thomas. The real ones will remember when Tyler hauled his computer to a coffee shop after a natural disaster just so he could be on the show.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that either, but we'll rock with it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
We're dedicated to this, guys.
I'm so dedicated.
Yeah. At Kevin H. Doyle, has John checked out what kind of mall Albany has?
I have.
We should go to the mall.
It's not like Columbus. I'll tell you that. But I think we could still have a good time. It's
not gonna be as good.
No, I mean it's like, where do you live, Tyler?
Indiana.
But like what? Yeah, it's like a Bloomington mall. Like it's a
shopping
mall
center,
but it's not like, let's go to the mall. Like, you know what I mean? There's not a movie theater in it. You know,
food court's a B+ maybe.
Yeah. Their food court was actually really good looking. I haven't
looked into this,
but the rest of it was like, you know, I like to people watch, man. You know.
Makes sense. At Peter Schlockterler.
From the Turler family.
It's
old man Turler's boy.
SCHACHTLER. Schottler. I live an hour and a half from Albany, and it's a shithole. There is no draw for anyone to come to Albany, New York.
Man, we should put you ahead of the ticket sales department at CrossFit.
It's great.
Really selling us.
And last one, at SA867. I don't think DB doesn't care about her fans. She just doesn't want to share her why, her life, and her reasons.
Why would you go live?
He's not done.
Like she went live to make some type of response, even though it was, hey, none of your business. Brooke did nothing and gets less hate. Maybe hate is the wrong word. Less talk. Talk is good.
I've never been in Danielle Brandon's position. I'm not gonna act like I have, but I do know for a fact not all talk is good.
You know from personal experience, huh?
From personal experience. Not all talk is good.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a little odd. I think the biggest takeaway from that live was like, I finally figured out why her tooth looked different.
Why does that?
It's a grill.
It has like, she has like a butterfly thing on her tooth. And I had no idea what was going on. And then she did her live. I was like, oh, she answered somebody's question about her tooth.
She had one of those at Wadapalooza last year.
Was it a butterfly?
It was more like a single grill, 1 unit grill.
Yeah, this is a 1 unit butterfly. So, I saw this guy before. John Yong.
There's no way that's a real picture.
Yes,
That's amazing. I don't know how you like it. There's no way that could be real. It looks like I'm eating YouTube. It's
appreciate the $5 appreciation donation. It's good. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I think if you read it as hate, I think it's more that people wanted to see her compete.
Yes. It would have been a good weekend for her.
Well, that's what I want to talk about.
I think she would have went.
Well, that's what I wanted to say. Mayhem recap. Does Danielle Brandon or Brooke Wells qualify, given the extent of the programming and how everybody else competed?
Danielle, yes. Brooke Wells, no.
Why do you say that?
The same reason I said Abigail Domit was going to go. Vibes.
Okay.
I'm gonna agree with Tyler. I think Danielle would go, and I don't think Brooke would. I think Danielle is a more power athlete than strength athlete. I think like Alexis Raptis was 3rd place in Isabel, and I think Danielle Brandon would have been around that in Isabel. I know she has a decent enough snatch that she could just power most of them. And power all of them, but at a decent clip. And I don't think she's more power than she is max out. Does that make sense? Alex Kazan's the same way, but Danielle Brandon's a little bit better at snatching out stand, but same way. I think she does fine in event 1. I just think there's no hole in there. And then I don't think she beats Haley because of the GHD pace, and Haley murdered everybody, but I do think she hit 2nd pretty convincingly in the handstand walk workout. She's good at legless. There's just nothing she's bad at. And then the last event, there's just nothing. There's nothing she was going to be bad at, and there's 2 events that she would have murdered. Abby was not great at the handstand walk event. I think she got 9th. Am I right or wrong about that, Spin?
Yeah, she was top 10 and everything.
But 9th place in that field, and I don't think Danielle Brandon has a 9th in that field. So I do think Danielle would have went. I think Brooke, there would have been somewhere. I don't think she does as good as in Isabel. I don't think she does as good in the legless workout. And then I think she probably does as good on all the other stuff. That's 2 out of 5 that she doesn't do as good. So I think it would have been Danielle, and it would have been up between Fee and Abby.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how she middles one of them in a workout or 2.
And that's not saying it would have been Danielle and Fee, because if Danielle's in there are points being taken and given away. Danielle's not beating Abby and Isabel. That's another spot in between Abby and Fee. Right. So, and it would just go up tiebreakers between those 2. I'm not going to do them. It's possible to say because Danielle didn't do it, but I do think it would have been Danielle and then one of those.
It could have been Emily, because outside of Isabel, Danielle probably doesn't beat her in any. But
that's another spot that Emily doesn't get any points or less points on the handstand walk, the legless, Isabel. That's another spot in between for all of the ones that you're saying.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So it would just move up. All it takes is one spot in between.
No, I'm saying another spot that Emily goes down. You can play that game.
On Isabel, but I think
on legless too, on legless and on the handstand walk event.
That would say that she beats her. Means Daniel's in 2nd in each of those.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
She's a top 10 games athlete perennially. Yes, I don't think it would be.
But if Emily beats her and Daniel get 3rd.
I know. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening at all. If we look at every games workout, that doesn't happen, right? Emily gets 12th place, other than last year. like 10th to 12th place, because girls like Danielle or Alex or like that Alexis, typically that type of echelon always beats Emily in workouts like that. But Emily's always right there, right? That's why she always, and she kills the cardio one, strength one kills her. That's why she always ends up where she ends up. I get what you're saying. I still think it would have been between Abby and Fee, because I think Danielle's just taking points from Emily everywhere. And I don't think she's taking points away from Fee and Abby everywhere.
That's fair. Tyler, you were there with me. What did you think of the actual venue competition for the in-person spectator experience?
The spectator experience, I thought it, like, where were they joking about Vendor Village today, or was it the other night? Would you have called it a vendor village? I wouldn't have called it a vendor village. It was like a vendor outpost.
The vendor area, like the four
vendor
big ones,
area.
where literally could
Vendor
stand
Valley. That's so catchy.
Yeah, you could literally stand and shop and watch at the same time.
Yeah, that setup was nice. There wasn't like, you didn't feel overwhelmed by the shops. Frog Grips had the best location by far, but I mean, like, so the floor was the bulk of the facility, and then everywhere else was kind of roped off, so you couldn't get to it. So it was a tight squeeze. It made it look like there was a lot of people there, and I don't think, like, we're not ruining any or spoiling anything for Mayhem. Like, I don't think there was that many people there. I also don't think that they give a shit. Like, they were running that competition. No,
it was,
but it felt hype.
Yeah, the whole thing around it had probably 3 deep at least around the entire floor, which, I mean, I don't think you can go too much deeper and see anything if you're on the further back. But it got loud.
Yeah,
it got loud at times.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if a Mayhem athlete, like when Austin started to overtake on the rope climb, when Colton started challenging for the squats on the first event, like, it definitely got loud in there.
Well, I mean, the 2 rope climbs at the end with Hatfield, like the second Hatfield jumped up on that second rope, you could hear, whoa, like what's happening?
What they could have done is, after the run event, they could have brought in some, like, high school baseball bleachers and put them on that backside. That might have helped with the whole visual arrangement. Cause, like, Judy was just saying, like, she couldn't hardly see anything. She's short. It was tough for me to see anything. I spent most of the time up by the camera and the production crew, because it was up on their mezzanine. And so I could see much better up there. But that wasn't available to everybody. It was cool that basically everyone working there was from Mayhem, or had gone to Mayhem and been a member there for years. And that created a whole different feel. And it felt a lot like Crash, because everybody working at Crash is from Crash.
Remember, yeah.
And so you could tell that everybody cared a lot about it. They were all making jokes with us, like, you guys can't be up here. Y'all are, bad folks. And so that was fun. And they would just let us up there anyway. But you could tell everybody that was there was very passionate about it. So that was cool.
All right, guys. I need 5 minutes. Okay. I'm going to attempt to feed Abby while we're talking. Okay. But I got to get the bottle set up and everything. So I'm going to be right back, and then we'll talk for like 8 minutes. And then I need 5 minutes to get her ready for that. And then we're good to go. Okay.
Then you're perfect.
Got it.
Yes. I'm just letting you know what the next like 15 minutes is going to look like. So, like, it's been depending on what like conversations, like, get into the Tyler stuff before we get into the me stuff. And then, what I'm saying? I just want to hit it at the right time. It's all.
Anywhere where John would sleep, that's where you insert.
Yes. Like we talk, if you want to jump to the WFP right now, like that's a great idea. But you do you. All right, I'm gonna be right back.
What did you think?
Like I'm almost back to work watching from a remote location. I liked it. I mean, we'll see what Syndicate is like. I know that I've never been there, but I've heard, it's a pretty good atmosphere.
It's a cool atmosphere.
But I mean, I look at other, when they've tried to do it at the different convention centers and such, like, it falls flat. like Orlando was a dud. West Coast Classic last year was a dud. I think there's an opportunity for more gyms like this to host these types of competitions, where it's more, smaller venue. Like, obviously Mayhem doesn't have to pay a rental fee to go get this place. It has the crash feel to it, right? Like the Crash Crucible. I'm just wondering if there's an option to do those, like do more of them. Like I think Dave Castro said in his week in review this week that, this could be a similar format going forward, like maybe have more competitions where almost I think online semifinals goes away if you start getting more of those.
What I don't like about that is it's acknowledging defeat. I'm spoiled in that I went to regionals back in the day and I know what that felt like. And I know that we can have that back. And so for me, when Dave says, hey, this could be the move going forward, I'm like, oh shit, like we're just walking backwards. Is it sustainable from like an economic standpoint? Sure. But I don't think that that's what we need. We need to put more money back into this and open up. I mean, I don't want to get into it again, but open up the competition so that more people can compete and care to compete, so that they do sell out. I just think it's bad that there's an easy move to make and we won't make it because we're like, oh, we're just not going to do that right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can see your point. Yes, if we went to a more regional model and had people going to all of these things and had a more festival feel, we talked about it last week, right? With the games, like, should it be outdoors? Should it be, more all the age groups come back and like it is a festival feel? It's not in an arena. I think that does help drive it. Speaking of which, Syndicate Crown still has community events available.
It does. Everybody should sign up. That's going to be, so I don't think a lot of people know about this.
Apparently not. It sounds like there's still some spots open. So
number one, you should go to Syndicate regardless, but
we'll all be there.
We'll all be there.
I think everybody will be there.
Yes. So the fun that you saw that was happening behind the scenes, that's going to be tuned up. Number one, because we're running the broadcast. So that's going to be tuned up a lot. But we're going to we're putting a ton of work into it. I've been on calls for several weeks. But if you want to go there and actually do some stuff, you can compete in the community division, and it's male, female pairs. So like, you don't have to search out for three other teammates. John and I are playing with the idea of maybe doing the community division, just playing with the idea.
What is it? What are we doing?
The community event at Syndicate.
We're a male team?
Male, female. So we'd have to find females, John.
We have to find females.
Yes, but just one.
Okay. Can I find anybody?
Anybody.
Can they be way fitter than me?
Yes.
Cool.
You got somebody in mind?
Yeah, I'm gonna give Tia a ring. Just see what she's doing.
It's right down the road.
See what she's about.
Yeah.
But the workouts are cool.
Should have asked Abby Domit if she wanted to join.
I should, dude. Oh man, maybe, dude.
Hey, and Fee has nothing to do. Fee's probably going to be up there supporting Dallin.
I'm gonna ask Abby.
He could be.
Yeah. Dude, hey, if there's any barbell at all, I'm gonna do everything in my power to bury them before they bury me. Like just to make it uncomfortable slightly, and then because then I'll just die the rest of the workout. But just to throw a wrench into things, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Tabby is asking, where is it? It's in Knoxville, Tennessee.
That's right. The Knoxville Civic Coliseum. I think it's called.
Who's your female?
I'll find one. I know some females.
Okay. Cool.
Maybe Alexis will actually.
I'm excited. Oh, dude, if Alexis did qualified in person, dude, you and Alexis versus me and Abby. I think or me and Fee, and we could actually have really a lot of fun with it.
John and I just out of breath watching the girls work out.
Yeah, and we'll take our turn.
I mean, what I've heard is that it's not going to overlap with the individual competition.
No.
Is it true that you get a ticket if you sign up for it?
If you sign up, you get ticket.
So yeah, so you
If
go
sign
compete,
up for this community event,
compete in
you
the
get
morning,
free
and then you get to
tickets
go
Syndicate.
go inside and watch. So
And Josh from High Ground, meat will be thrown in. So much damn meat.
Yeah, no, and like while you're working out, just meat will be thrown at you.
Well, you don't want your protein levels to get low, so you need to refeed while you're working out.
Correct. Yeah, to feed on that meat.
Yeah, code SPIN, 15% off your next High Ground beef chip order. New sponsor. How much is it? It is dollars.
I know that you did get a discount code if you sign up through this. There's a few links out there. I know that Sevon has one on his. We have one somewhere. But
we will get it on the next show. The next show we'll
next,
get it and we'll bring it back up. We'll bring it back
I'll
up.
talk to
Wilson.
To Wilson and try to get one for us. It is divisions. The prices on it.
Hey, can I identify as a female and just me and you be a team?
Mm-hmm. But you have to wear a wig.
That's fine.
It is 5. Let's see. Teams of 4. If you do want to do that, it is $250 a person. If it is a pairs, it is $500 total, so $250 a person. So $250.
But that comes with a free ticket to Syndicate.
Comes with a free ticket.
You're doing. It's basically you're paying for your ticket and the community cup or the community division. It's like you're getting both of them. So just think of it like you're paying for both of them.
I know that that Sentinel is going to try to send some of their folks out. If you were in the Spin Open or the Proven community and division, maybe you could go out and sponsor our or be one of our teams. Show out for us.
Here I'll tell you what. I have some shirts, the old from the games, the Spin shirts.
The Spin shirts.
If you guys are loyal watchers of the show and you do sign up, I'll meet you there. I'll give you guys a t-shirt.
And I will give you a JY barbell t-shirt. Well, just so
you have some left.
I have
6.
Yeah, no. I actually put some away for this event, believe it or not. So
did you order more? You ordered more, didn't
if you sign up under what? Just call your team Ovaltine or Team Meat Spin. Like you'll get
Trash
or Tyler's Trash. If you sign up under one of those, yeah, Abby's excited. Okay, so if you sign up under one of those, we will get a Spin shirt. You get a JY barbell shirt. Tyler, what are they getting from you?
A hug.
I'll get you a hat.
We will give you something from all of us, along with your free ticket to Syndicate. So it's kind of like you're not even paying anything.
It's almost free. Almost. Yeah, let's go do that. How much is it just to be a spectator? Man, Tabby has all the questions.
Yeah, Tabby, you need to.
I don't understand why you're asking so many questions.
Just go to the Syndicate
Syndicatecrown.com
and they'll have it all. That's
Syndicatecrown.com. I will let's see.
Listen, when I work at these things, when I go to these things to work, I don't know anything about that event at all. I just know what I'm supposed to do.
Here we go. 3-day pass, $90 plus Ticketmaster fees plus taxes.
So what do you think? That's like $150 when you're all said and done?
Yeah, I think it's $125 or something like that.
Yeah, so it's half of your cost. Well, look at that. Austin Hatfield High Ground has the best meat. That is your Mayhem champion telling you that.
Wendy's just has the beef. You guys got the best beef.
The best one.
I thought Arby's is who has the beef.
That's what it is, Arby's.
You need to drop that shirt you had on at Mayhem. Vindicate. You can make that happen. You see that, Tyler? You see that shirt?
Oh, yeah.
Apologize to nobody. I don't know. Maybe we should do something like that for Syndicate. Yeah. So basically half of your cost if you go do the community cup is covered because you get a free ticket.
It's going to be such a dope event.
Speaking of which, I know we're talking about Mayhem, but it's about as good a time as any to talk about Syndicate Crown. The rosters from the Open have been confirmed. I want to start with the women first. Wait till John gets back for.
I know stuff. John doesn't have to speak on everything.
There's a reason I want to wait for John to speak about
the women.
The women.
That's generally
more so the
men.
men. Yeah,
okay. I was getting ready to say it's generally a good call when John speaks about the women.
Yeah. John, women. Confirmed. These are the 20 women confirmed for Syndicate Crown. Old Danielle Brandon. Alexis Raptis will be there because she did not qualify. Erica Folo, Brooke Wells, Sydney Wells, Lydia Fish, Kyra Milligan, Lexi Neely, Annika Greer, Reese Littlewood, Riddlewood. She was the teenage champion last year. Oh, there she is. Caitlin Saunders, Mary Helen. Is it Sanders or Saunders?
Saunders.
They're both Saunders. And Shelby Neal. And then
Hey,
10 more will qualify. So like Haley Adams will probably qualify out of in affiliate semifinals if she doesn't make it in there.
I think it's going to be more stacked than people assume it's going to be. What's crazy? The Caitlin Saunders. Her qualifying to get to this is awesome because she was the one that missed out. Like she had that spot at TFX and then they revoked it. And so she qualified for this straight up. Mm-hmm. She's going to be a sleeper pick for me for sure.
Yeah. Pretty good field. And then I liked it. I liked it. I'm on the post, so I guess I can. On the men's side, Dallin Pepper, Jeff Adler, the Kale Lehman himself, John, your grid lead teammate.
Yeah.
Jason Hopper, Roman Krenikov, George Sterner. Who else we got there? Ty Jenkins, Jack Rosema.
Now, I think Dallin, Jeff, and Jason and Roman probably won't be there.
I think Roman will qualify through Wadlands.
I do too. I think Dallin and Jeff will definitely be online, and I think Jason has a good shot at it.
You say definitely?
Yeah.
Definitely, probably.
I feel 100% very good that they will.
Do you think that the in-affiliate semifinals will be the same level workouts as, say, last year's quarterfinals?
That's what I've assumed.
I think they'll be a little bit harder than that.
In what? How harder? Like, how would it be harder? I feel like watching Taylor versus the World last year, they were hard enough.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think it'll be harder volume wise. I think it'll be harder, like amount of workouts you have to do in the allotted time. I think. No. How many days do they have?
I think it's 4.
So they have 4 days. Like I wouldn't put it past them to do like 6 workouts in 4 days. Like stuff like that, where the fittest like really will rise.
You think so? That many?
Yeah, I do.
They're just so limited in what they can do in a gym.
Not really.
You can run back and forth on 15-foot segments.
Like I see a whole bunch guaranteed. I see a whole bunch of GHDs. I see like a whole bunch of rope climbs. I just think it'll be harder workouts. Do you remember that workout where it was like 50, 40, 30, 5, 4, 3, 50, 40, 30 rope climbs, GHDs, and pistols?
Mm-hmm.
Like that workouts like that. Okay. And if Jason and Dallin are doing them together, like if they're doing them together, I don't know if they're going live or not, but if they're doing them together, he's on here. The mountain's not today, man. I wanted it to be. So you're tuning in for nothing. I'm sorry.
If you fixed your sound, maybe they would.
That's on you, Jason. Yeah, I could see workouts like that difficulty is what I'm saying. And that wasn't quarterfinals last year.
So you've seen the age group workouts for semifinals.
I've done
like,
four of them.
So no rope climbs, no GHDs, like
scaled snatches,
no squatting.
I think this will be everything you want it to be. I really, really do.
Why do you think the age group was so different?
Because they're old, man. They're also doing Isabel at 215. That's really, really, really hard for old people.
It's just the 35-year-olds.
The best in the world.
That's hard for old people, man.
I hear you. I just don't. I keep thinking it's just gonna be the same as what quarterfinals were.
Jason's only watching because he thinks I moved him down the mountain a whole bunch. Looking for
He needs some of that material to get ready for his next competition.
He needs motivation for the online semifinal.
He's hate watching. We understand what you're doing.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I didn't want to hurt his feelings, but he's probably off the mountain. He should be moving up the mountain.
What part of your performance would make you go up the mountain? What, a good attitude? I do appreciate the way you are competing and like your attitude towards it. It's much better. I'm so happy that you're having fun. But you need more than fun to get up the mountain, my friend.
Jason Hopper, the only man from the South who seemed to struggle with the heat.
Yeah, I don't think he struggled with the heat. I think it was
just
hurting.
The squats.
Yeah, I think he was hurting.
Yeah.
Those are a lot of squats.
We got a battle going on right now
on Funny Hill. Did you hear that he's not breeding rabbits anymore?
He's full-time CrossFit.
You got to pick a lane, man.
He said I don't think he knew this before. And I told him, Austin, how much money do you make breeding rabbits? And he told me how much money he was making.
Then you said, "Is it $50,000?"
Did you know if you won the game, you win $300,000? And he was like, "Oh man, I had no idea." And then he's like, "I'll just go full time." Now that's what's happening.
That's what it's doing. Okay.
John Young, manager.
That's
athlete manager.
Yeah. So he's I guess that $15,000 from Mayhem Classic paid off. Yeah. What was I talking about before?
Ooh, Jason has an underrated comment. Can we bring this up, please?
Austin 2025 hype is Jason 2021.
Dude, that is a brilliant comment. If y'all don't know, Jason Hopper came on the scene and nobody knew who he was, and he won the MAC very convincingly. And the analysts at the time, I don't know who they were, but they at the time
Armin
were like, no. This was me and Brian. I was joking. I was like, I'm gonna put him second for the games, dude. He was freaking amazing. Like, because I think Justin was the champ at the time. You know what I mean? And gosh, man, he looked so good. But it was just everything he was good at, and we didn't know a lot about him. And so that's why this is a very underrated comment. This is I don't think that's the case, by the way, Austin. I'm Team Austin, just so you know. But, if you let me down the way Jason did, you're off the mountain. I can't help it.
I just want to say, Jason, I ranked you to win the games. So all this reverse hate, this retaliation hate you've been giving me is unfair.
You made me spit on Abby.
Okay, I mean, we looked at the men. We said the top five. They ended up being the top five. Just slightly different order than what John had said, or I guess pretty much any of us had said.
Right.
Are there any takeaways from it, John, that you have of that, or is it just Austin and Colton were better this weekend?
I don't think anybody's worse. I don't think it doesn't put any doubt in my mind that Jason can win. I can't win the games. I think he's definitely in the running to win the games. I think James is in the running to win the games. I think Dallin, even though he didn't compete, it doesn't change that at all for me. All it does is just puts Colton in the conversation, where Colton, for me at least, had stuff to prove, and he's proven. No pun intended.
That's what I wanted to ask you, John. I mean,
I'm glad to see Austin put it together, because he had he kind of did.
She's checking on you, John.
Dude, if you could see what I got going on here, I am MacGyver right now. What I got going on here? I would try to tip my laptop so you could see, but I don't have a way. I don't have a way to do that. But
I wanted to ask you, John.
Go ahead.
People could make the case now that Mayhem was well programmed for Colton and Austin. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would. That doesn't take away from what they did.
It favored them.
I think the first workout. I think if the first workout was the last workout, they still go. But I think everybody after that, it would have looked a lot different. Does that make sense? I think the first workout effed up so many people that they were just couldn't get it together after that, or were maybe 10% less than what they could have been on the other workouts. It doesn't matter. I still think Colton would have gone. Obviously, Austin would have gone. Colton still got second in the legless rope climb workout, which was the question mark for him. He went out freaking unbroken. And honestly, if it wasn't for Austin, we would be talking about this was the biggest statement win that we've seen in a long time. Right. And then he gets fourth, right, in the bike workout. You know what I mean? I don't care how sore your legs are. You got to hurt for 30 seconds and then you go on. Just because your legs are sore doesn't take I don't think it takes away from your power output that much. Clearly didn't for Roman. Roman still had some power output, I would say. So I do think that first, I don't even think the programming favored them at all. I think that first workout, no, the first workout. I think that first workout rocked people, and they handled that first workout so much better than the rest of the field that it showed the rest of the competition.
Were you surprised to see the sandbag squats rock them that much?
It's just high volume at an intense, I think you can do that workout at 5% less intensity and feel a crazy amount better. The intensity is something you can't simulate in practice. And I think it played a role, but I don't think it would have changed the result. It just wouldn't be as convincing. I think it would have came down to the wire and not Colton won easily. You know what I mean?
We talked about Danielle probably would have or had a very good chance of qualifying had she competed. Same with Dallin.
I think Dallin would have got third. Because here's the thing. Dallin being there changes nothing from what Colton did. Where is Dallin beating Colton?
You don't think he's ever going to middle Colton?
No. So the only place where he would be Isabel.
Definitely handstand walking GHDs.
And there was but the other guys beat him too. I'm saying what would Dallin have done that was different from what Roman and Jason and James did? And the only thing would be Isabel. I think he would have had a better Isabel time because they got caught in that bottleneck and 7 guys beat all 3 of them, right? That made an enormous difference. I think Dallin's in the middle of that pack and 4 guys. Right, 4 guys
right there with
it's 3 spots, right? So add 15 points to Roman, and what do you get? You're still behind, right? You're still behind, and I think that's what Dallin would have been. Not to mention, I think Dallin is behind Roman and Jason on the first workout, James, not by a lot. I think he's right next to them, but I think he's the last one out of that group finishing that workout. Does that make sense? So in a way, it evens out.
I think Dallin's better at burpees than them.
Yeah, but I don't think the burpees made a big deal.
I
think it's squat speed that made the biggest deal.
You don't think
he's not the fastest squatter?
I think he's still a big guy. I just think, and I know Jason's a better runner than him. I know Roman is a better runner than him. I know James is a better runner than him. He's been improving. He's going to get there. I believe he's going to get there. And when he's the same runner as them.
So you think Dallin takes 6th on that
better.
one?
Yeah, I do. And I think he takes 6th on that one, but I think he takes 6th in Isabel. And I think that balances out where he would be in relation to like Jason, Roman, and James. I think he's the best of the big guys, but still behind Colton and Austin. And Danielle Brandon, I think she gets a spot.
Gotcha.
I think it's easy to say I think Dallin would have got a spot. I don't think he would. Like Dallin is very, very close and fit. Even if you want to say he's the best one, and I'll say it. Like I think he's the best one out of the big guys. That's all around fitness. I think he's the best one out of the big guys. But in this competition, I do not think he would have beat Colton. No. That doesn't mean I don't think he would have. That was pretty good. It doesn't mean I don't think he'll beat Colton at the games, right? It doesn't mean like I don't think he's out of like I think he's in the running to win the games. The games is a different thing. Austin has to execute across 15 workouts, and Lord knows that's going to be a challenge, right?
He did, yeah, but did he make one mistake?
No, dude, he ran a perfect race. And if he runs a perfect race, that's what he looks like. He looks Fraser-esque, right? Not Froning-esque, where you're
Froning-esque.
No, not Froning. I know he wants to be Froning-esque. Fraser was better. All right, he looked Fraser-esque.
I did notice. I felt like Austin's bar muscle ups looked eerily similar to Rich.
No, he's not built like Matt, but I'm saying as far as
just like his dominating technique of how he did them, looked like Rich. And we had heard a story that Rich had helped him
on the bike.
The Echo bike.
Yeah.
Like if Rich is helping you with your Echo bike technique, he believes in you.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think it's kind of hard not to believe in him. I think Rich should take a page out of my book. I believed in him 2 years ago. Where were you then, Rich?
That's what Rich generally does.
Rich, where were you then?
He waits to he must have caught up on our shows from 2 years ago. And it's like, oh, yeah, this Austin guy must be pretty good. John said so. No, I mean, Rich is always there, obviously, right? And I'm sure he's helped other guys, but I get a sense that Rich sees something in Austin.
As
possibly more than the others.
Should.
Right. Like
I think Rich sees what he could be. And you know, why would you not invest? And he's a Mayhem guy, Mayhem pride. You know what I mean? Wanted to bleed Mayhem, like all about it.
Damn
all of it's
tattoo
great.
on his back.
Great. All of it's great. You know what I mean? Why would you not?
I did think the tattoo was pretty cool.
That was a cool move. I said this to Spin while we were up there. It's like, I don't know why more athletes don't wear more tattoos for the brands that they represent. It was such an easy move and it looked cool.
I mean, NASCAR yourself up.
That's amazing.
Like, I mean, it was a statement like that. I mean, the frog grip uniforms, the jerseys, like those were seen everywhere. But like the tattoo, especially for the guys, like that's, you need to think hard about doing that more often if you're a
girls.
sponsor.
You want to take your shirt off for the tattoos? I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna have a problem with it.
Some might. Clooney's Austin or Jeff?
I mean, I'm an Austin guy. I'm going to say Austin.
That's a ridiculous
I
question.
will say though, we talked about this when semifinals became a thing, especially the super semifinals where it was like just two of them versus the four smaller ones.
Who the freak are you talking to, Christy?
Probably at me. At me.
Better not be directed at me.
She got on me while we were down there, man. She said, "Hey,
did she really?"
Yeah.
That's funny.
I love Austin's folks. They're a bunch of fun.
Yeah. No, like I think when it went to just two semifinals in North America, we talked about it on several shows. That you see the same athletes competing against each other multiple times. Oh, there she is.
This is how I'm doing this whole podcast like this right now. It's pretty amazing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It is until she starts to melt down one time, and then it's all over.
No, I'm actively trying to figure out how I'm gonna burp her during this, but we're gonna rig it.
We'll
We're gonna do
figure
it.
it out. We don't see them compete all the time against each other. Right. And so the games leads to that excitement. It's in stark contrast of what the World Fitness Project is, of the same people competing against the same people over and over and over again.
Right.
Imagine
WFP event number 2. We're like, okay, we're going to do some analysis. What do you think? And it's like, okay, I might change my spots to 1 or 2 of them, but they're going to be relatively the same. And then number 3, what are we going to do? The same?
I'm gonna be like, I don't care.
Yeah, we'll have definitely time to talk about that. Anything else on Mayhem, John? Takeaways from it?
Fee looks really good. I'm glad Fee came through. And I'm not just saying she looks good because I wanted her to be good. Like she genuinely looks like this is the fittest she's ever been. And I think that Fee could make a jump in her, like in the CrossFit games, can make a jump in a tiers. I think she can. I'm interested to see what a full games looks like, but I think she could jump into the like that 10th through 15th tier. Not the perennial top 10s, not the Danielle Brandon, Alex Kazan, Brooke Wells on a good year tier. But like that Gracie Walton tier, you know what I mean? Typically Emily Rolfe, right?
10 to 15. Yeah,
that 10 to 15. Honestly, Abby Domit. She last time she was at the games, she's a games athlete, but I think she can make a jump in her fitness relative to the others. It looks like that.
Whatever fitness she's made a ton of fitness gains, and you can tell the work she's been putting in. It was a very different Fee than I've ever seen. I didn't feel like I was watching the same athlete we had always seen.
Smart.
Yeah. All right. Man, I got all kinds of laptops and stuff moving around. It's crazy.
Man, I feel for you, man.
You guys want to do some blind rankings?
Yep, let's do it.
All right. Here we go. Let's see. Let me see. Get this all.
Best part of Mayhem was going to Outback Steakhouse and paying for my steak. That
right
was
off.
The best part.
right off. Heck yeah.
By the way, I'm happy. I'm really happy for you, Tyler, that you got to work out in the barn. I know that was probably a really cool experience. Spin, did you go?
I did. That was awesome.
Yeah, I'm jealous, but happy for you guys.
I felt bad rubbing it.
By the way, I think Rich has gotten soft.
Soft?
Yeah.
How you figure?
Yeah, you used to have to be fit to work out in the barn. You used to have to be like, you're pretty dangerous to work out in the barn. Now they just let Tyler and Spin in the barn. Like
wait, who got higher in the open, John?
I think Rich has gotten soft. You want to do semifinals and see what happens? You want to do the games and see what happens?
Yeah.
Do you want to do anything but the open and see what happens?
Yes. I'll beat you in every single thing we
every
do.
one of them. No,
game.
I think
let's go.
I think Rich just wants some people to work out with him. He made a comment that was like, since he built the athlete area at CrossFit Mayhem, people don't come out there as often.
Dude, I would never train anywhere else.
I remember Haley said that she used to train out there all the time. Like, she was like, I'd rather go out to the barn. I can see why.
I think I'd rather work out in the barn, and not even if it wasn't like a thing. I think I'd rather work out in the barn.
Because they put up all the doors, and it's like you just look outside one, and it's like bison just like roaming.
That was crazy.
It's just so awesome. It's quiet. Like, it is a great place, and there were a lot more athletes there on Saturday because they couldn't, because of the competition.
Yeah,
and you can see why they are so fit. Like, they literally are just out there. I think some of them did 3 workouts, and it was by noon. like legit workouts. And it was like, okay. Somebody's doing a workout, you just jump in there and
Yeah. I was getting so jealous because Spin was working out. Of course, we had already it was where they were doing the show, and we kept thinking somebody else might call in and Rich might hop off. So we were kind of getting ready, and then they just kept going. And then Spin was like, all right, I'm working out. And I kept being like, should I wait? Should I work out? And so I wanted to do more fitness. It was
Hiller wrote me in. I did a partner workout with Alexis. So that was cool. Yeah. All right. Blind rankings. This week's topic is road tripping. Who would you want to most go on a road trip? Tyler, you were on the road a lot heading up into this weekend.
I was.
So which games athlete would you want to go do some road tripping on a 6-hour drive from Bloomington down to Cookeville, Tennessee?
John's gonna.
That is the question.
We're not going to agree.
Well, we'll just, I might surprise you here.
That's right.
I'll probably pick whoever's the quietest. You know what? I think me and Roman would have a great road trip. He can listen to his Russian dance music in his ears, and I'll listen to whatever I'm listening to, and we'll just, hey, you got to pee? No? All right, me either. Let's go. All right, and then, that's it. Food?
He said, no pee.
No pee. Okay, me neither. Yeah. I think now Roman's my pick for number one. Okay, I think me and Roman.
Rosa has to come with though.
Me and Roman. No translation. No translation. Part of the fun is me figuring out what he's trying to say.
I will say I haven't seen her around. Is he now fluent enough in English that
I think his wife is? She made a post the other day. It happened to scroll across my feed or whatever. I don't even follow her. And I think she's learning English, or is at least pretty good at it at this point.
His wife?
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. First one. Pat Vellner. That does not fit John's being quiet.
Okay. Let's just analyze what this would be like. Okay. Let's walk through a Canadian lane. I think Pat would be quiet.
You think?
I think Pat's would be like a grumpy old man, and I would match his grumpy old manness. You know what I mean?
The boys said he's the fun. They would hang out with him.
Yeah, no, he's super funny. I know, we disagree on certain things, but he disagrees with a group of people, right? But I don't think he would be bad at all, dude. I would say 2.
I'm pushing back. I have nothing against Pat. I've been around him enough.
I think you have something against Pat.
No, I don't. I really don't. I just we're not going to be boys. There's people that you don't.
I got you. I don't think we would be boys. I think
I got to be boys.
We're forced to go on this road trip together. I think it'd be hey.
No, this is you're choosing to go on a road trip together.
Oh.
John Wellborn says it best. You're
gonna
friends
quote John Wellborn.
Yeah, because he has some killer quotes. Say what you will about him, he's got fucking great quotes. One thing he says is you need friends like dogs. They're either ready to party or they're going to sleep. I need a hype man. That's what I love about Matt Souza. He's ready to fucking party or he's ready to go to sleep. And the sleep, I think, is on the lesser side for Souza.
Dude,
Pat Vellner?
Souza just feels like he's on a 24-hour Coke binge, 24/7.
Dude, his energy, I've never had that much energy in my life.
Never stops. No,
we were up till 2 in the morning.
I'm grumpy on road trips, dude. I don't like it. I don't like traveling.
You're the problem. Pat's not the problem.
No, I am.
Yeah, you're not gonna like anybody on this
dude.
list.
It is a problem. It is a problem. But I feel like Pat would match my vibe. Is what I'm saying. But I get what you're saying. You got to be boys. Let's go 4.
All right, 4 is good.
You're right. We're gonna have completely different mindsets about this. I think we need to come at it with a compromisable. We need to be ready to compromise. You know
Tyler's looking for the one that has the most conspiracy theories that he can talk about.
I'm looking at the one that's just not going to talk the most.
You sound like a blast to go on a road trip with. John.
I stay in my lane. If I went on a road trip, with you, you'd never know I was there. I'm just gonna sit in the back seat and listen to my stuff. That's it.
I needed a road trip buddy on the way back. I left early. I was trying to leave early, and then I left way later.
Like an hour and a half after you said you were leaving early.
And so I was listening. I had the phone in my hand. I had the thread up watching what you guys were saying. And then I also had in the background the Mayhem playing. And I was like, I think Austin and Colton were head to head in that last minute. And I was watching that. I look up and this white truck, this F-250 is dead stopped. And I'm headed right for it. I'm going to eat that tailgate as hard as I can.
Don't listen to this, Jeanette. Do not listen.
Oh, I told her as soon as I got home. I start to jerk in the other lane. There's a truck behind me. And then he slams on his brakes because I'm jerking. And then I just whip it into that other lane. That guy drives past me after I get past that white truck. And I just went, sorry.
Oh, geez. All right. Next one. Con Porter. Also, John's not favorite.
See, Tyler's like, oh man, it'd be a blast. We would get into all kinds of stuff. This would be my least favorite. This would be why? Let's just get to point A to point B and do what we're doing. Okay?
John's the worst. Yeah, in Jeanette's car. John's the worst road tripper.
Dude, I'm not. I have an old man's soul. Okay.
Okay, John, give me so you say he's a 5.
He would be my 5, yeah.
He would be a 2 for me. Think about all the stories. He's been all over the world.
I don't need stories, Tyler. What stories do you need?
The stories.
Is life not entertaining enough for you? You know what I have, Tyler? I have Jesus.
He has the window and
I don't need
the landscape.
When you have Jesus. Jesus is
John,
good enough for
it's
me,
an opportunity for you to preach the word to this lost soul here. He's partying all the time.
Tyler. You stop it right now.
Do you not love Jesus,
you're
John?
Ridiculous.
Jesus would want you to talk to Con.
I don't think Con would be about it. It's not a bad. He's just not a
He's
bad
Australian.
Fit,
They're religiously attuned.
Let's just speak for a
Sounds
nation.
right. Sounds right.
I'll compromise that,
John. All right.
3. All right. Here we go.
I'm strong arming John into this.
We just have wildly different.
I want to see the two of you on a road trip together.
We're fine,
John.
We're fine.
We've never driven anywhere.
We went in the middle of a forest to some random house where we almost got killed.
Oh yeah, we did.
What are you talking about? We were 8 miles in the middle of a forest, and then some dude in underwear opens the door, waiting for us to come inside.
This is true.
He waved us in. Whitey tidies. Grown 40-year-old man.
It was the last day.
It looked weird. It looked really weird.
And I think we were on the way back to the house. It was me, Bill, and John. And Bill and I talked the entire time. And John was in the back. And this is in my Prelude. And the back of that Prelude is small. And John's back there.
And I'm just chilling, man. I'm just
not saying a word. I thought he
was
mad.
No, I'm just chilling. I'm just on my phone. I'm having a good time. Listen, Tyler and Bill are talking. They're having deep heart-to-heart talks.
Oh, big talks.
Like, man, I just felt spiritual out there today, man. Just they don't even know what they're trying to say, but they're talking to each other.
We're feeling it. We're vibing.
And I'm sitting here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm probably just playing some weird game. I don't have I got this car sorter game I like to play now. So let's just say I'm playing that game, okay? And then I'm just letting them be them, man. They don't you don't even know I'm there. And then we're in the middle of a forest randomly. We're in the Forbidden Forest, and Voldemort's coming out to play. And I'm not about it. I'm like, get us out of here right now. If we're in a scary movie, Tyler has zero instincts. He's like, let's go up to the house and see what's happening.
In my defense, we were supposed to stay in that house. We were just a day early because you didn't know.
I never know anything, Tyler. You can't say that to me. No, it was the house we were supposed to be in, but it was somebody else was there. And man, I had so sketchy. So
It was sketchy. And then you like when we actually stayed, that was the nicest place we ever stayed.
Yeah, the place was fine.
It was gorgeous. Anyway, who's next?
And then they left JY at the house the next morning.
Yeah. No, well, that's another.
All right, next one. Sam Dancer.
5.
John was ready to say 2.
Why 5?
Were you really?
I don't know. I don't know what I was about to say. Well, why 5?
I mean, like I could see I'm split on him. He would be a good 3 or 4 because when he's in a good mood, I've seen him like jabber on. He's probably got a bunch of crazy stories. He's strong. He's a religious dude,
he's
John.
Strong. That's
yeah. Like if he's
why
strong,
does that matter?
Because he used to train with the conjugate people. I guess that's what I'm not saying by saying that. He used to train with the conjugate people, and he's got fucking crazy stories of conjugate. And so I would just want to dig in on that.
Stories, dude.
Yeah, dude. Life is stories. But I've also seen him when he's not in a good mood, and he's real not talkative.
Perfect for John.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm feeling Sam right now. I don't know. I feel like he likes to talk a lot though when he's talking. I'll go with 5. You want 5? I'll go 5.
Did we agree on this?
Sorry,
yeah,
I'll go 5.
Sorry, Sam. All right, 1 and 2. You guys are
we're risking it.
Here's the thing. I can't like enforce anything on Sam. You know, I get mad enough at Pat or
Right.
Pie, and I'll be like, that's enough. We're gonna fight if it's not this. Sam, I can't really do that to you. You know,
That's enough if you're okay with it.
if you don't mind.
So I'm not trying to have a confrontation. So can we please just not?
Here we go. Jason Hopper.
I'm fine with Jason. I know. Listen, I know that
You think he's gonna be quiet.
No, he's not. But but with Jason, when Jason and I have talked before, I'm like, all right, I'm done. Like he's good about.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah, he respects it. I'm telling you. I think me and Jason would get along. I know. For some people, he's a bit much. I think me and him would get along fine.
Before you say what number, I would love to road trip with Jason, but there's going to be a point where I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm done. Shut the fuck up.
Apparently he listens when you do that.
And that's why
this could be the difference between me and Tyler. I don't know if he would be quiet for Tyler. Like
he wouldn't. I know he wouldn't.
That's amazing.
And the thing is, you know what really would set me off is he's touchy. He would want to just sit there.
See, he's not with me.
Oh, he's so touchy on me. It's driving me fucking nuts, dude. He tries to manhandle me every time we're around each other.
Listen, I gave him one hard push. I think I pushed him into you. When I did.
He about knocked my ass out.
He wasn't touchy anymore.
That's why he's 2 for me.
That's fine. It's fine. Let's just ruin it with somebody. Let's just do it.
You think this goes in his phone?
Tyler
said I was a number 2 draft pick
it only if Dallin's number 1.
It's not Dallin.
It's Dallin. Damn it.
Somebody had a good guess up here. Where was it? Spin get hit with that Horvath pick.
Oh no. Actually,
John would be all about it.
I depends who it is. I think me and Laura would get along better than me and Christoph.
Well, if Laura's there, Christoph is with her.
We got both of them.
It is not either. It's not either. But okay. if it was Laura, it would also be with Christoph. They don't go anywhere at the time each other.
I would like riding with Laura.
Would you?
And Christoph? Dude, they're doing it in the back of your Prelude while you're driving. That's what you want?
That's why I drive a small car. Nobody doing it back there. I would just try to car. She would be so annoyed with me by the end, but I would slowly eat away.
Tyler knows that he's the problem with their road trip.
Yes.
So he's fine with it because he's having a good time being the problem.
I want to know her psyche so bad. I would just it would be slow at first, you know. I'd be like, "Hey, Laura, how you doing? Do you
how those pyramids?
Been to a Buc-ee's? Let's go in this Buc-ee's.
How
Let's
about
try
those
this Buc-ee's.
pyramids? Aliens, right?
By hours 5, I'm into pyramids. I'm trying to get her into pyramids. I'm
So
finding
you're
whatever.
gonna-
No, hour 5, you're in JFK.
You're gonna Sevon podcast this lore road trip. That's what you're gonna do.
Oh my God, we just started a new podcast. Us road tripping with athletes.
We need a better title than that, Tyler. Just you just said what you.
I didn't come up with the title.
We can figure that out later. Last one. James Newberry.
Not a bad pick.
I
Jason's
feel like
another one.
I feel like he'd be the most chill guy out of all of them.
I think it'd be good for. Actually, I think this is probably like between me and John. This would be good because I do think James is pretty like chill, but he's also buddies with Con Porter. So like,
Yeah, but
he's got some hype in him.
Yeah, but like I think he just knows how to like
Play to who he's with.
Yeah. And like there's a method to that. You know what I mean? Like for instance, Taylor. You know what I mean? I would consider myself friends with Taylor. He talks more than anybody I know.
Anybody you know, John?
You know what I'm saying? But I'm who else?
I don't know. Just look in the mirror.
Yeah, when I'm around people, I talk a lot less. I feel
You do.
Well, there you go. James Newberry, Jason Hopper, Con Porter, Pat Vellner, Sam Dancer. Any last minute changes you want?
I don't mind.
If it were my setup would be Jason, Con, Pat, Newberry, Dancer.
So I think my setup. I honestly would just pick Jason because I'm closest to him out of all these guys. Just kind of like Tyler. Like we need to be boys. I'm closest. I'm like way closer to Jason than I am any of these guys. Pat, I've said one word to, and he looked like he didn't want to talk to me. James, I
put him 5 for you. That would not be good.
Well, not.
But you ranked him so high. If there was a mountain back in the day, he'd be like number 1.
Dude. No, he'd be number 2.
For like years and years and years.
He'd be number 2 because he could never finish. And I would have been mean about him being 2, but he probably wouldn't leave 2 forever. He just solidify a 2 spot. James, I've only talked to him on podcast. Sam, I've talked to in person, but like Tyler said, I think it could either be like
he was on our show at the games.
Right. Yeah, I know. I think it could either be like really good or not good. I think it's like a 50-50 toss-up.
Pull up Dave's comment real quick.
This one?
No, wrong Dave. Dave, not David.
Dave Ton.
You know what the issue is? None of us even thought about that until you said it. Next.
And Con's Australian.
Yeah, he's not even really white. I'm pretty sure Sam Dancer's he's tan, so
yeah, Sam's there's some Samoan deep in
who should I include in the list that's DEI?
Chandler.
I don't.
And men.
Shelby Neal
and men.
Neely?
Yeah, you can't include any women in there. Spin. What a sexist. It's a freaking sexist show. I'm about to be done with it.
That's next week. You got to get to next week to do the women.
Yeah.
We could get in trouble with the women. I think if we did all women, we could get. I would get in trouble. I don't think
probably means we should do it.
I don't know.
Dude, Danny Spiegel just asked to stop at every gas station while we're on the way. Every single exit.
I would be so locked in, dude. I would be digging.
I would really, really analyze how it was going to go.
I
actually,
you'd have to prep.
No, not prep, but like in the moment, really think it out. You know what I'm saying?
Keep your mouth shut, John. Don't say that, John.
I got a bone to pick with this person. Look, this is supposed to be my co-host, and she's just talking trash right now. What is this?
Got to.
No, he's not the most hated. He's the most hated man outside of CrossFit.
Yeah, I'm only hated by people who don't do CrossFit. I've managed to piss off 2 different communities.
That's right. The CrossFit community defended you. Last one, World Fitness Project, WFP or FTD. We knew it was coming. athletes are making their choices. After the challenger qualifier, it looks like Colin Bossard. Who else is there on the women's side? There's a bunch that are now saying Andrea Solberg, Ella Wilkinson. There's Linda Kiesman. All of them qualified for World Fitness Project. They also were on the leaderboard for French Throwdown. They all are going to the World Fitness Project
because it would violate their contract. Well, they signed.
No, these are challengers. These are the challengers that qualified.
That makes
and they're going to go
sense.
there.
I think Aniel might have been. He also probably will qualify through.
Aniel's the only one that makes sense.
But they're all going to forego the French Throwdown, which the field at the French Throwdown is getting extremely weak. Like Claudia Gluck can probably compete with one arm and still qualify at this point.
Dude, Linda can make it to the games.
All three of those women were very much in the running for one of the spots.
Dude, props to European mediocre women because now you got a shot.
Yeah. If now's your time to shine.
Like it is.
Hey, is Lucy McGonigal on the French Throwdown?
She is.
I think
she'll be good then.
I think this is it, Lucy. This is how you make the games.
She's been on her way up anyway, but this definitely don't hurt nothing.
No, but I'm saying I kind of think you're going to get wrecked at the games, but this is how you make it.
Respectfully, Lucy.
with all due respect.
Yeah, let's look at the women's field for French Throwdown.
All right.
Aline
Wers.
Andrea Moistus. Andrea Valenciano Toledano. Andrea Solberg's out. Celia Gerard. Chiara Salandra. Claudia Gluck. Connie Easby. Elena Caratala Sanahua. She's also going to WFP. Elisa Fuliano's not competing for a spot. Ella Wilkinson's out. Emily Lundberg. She missed the games by one spot last year. Emma Fauchereau, Erica Ekelund. Hinatela Montebello, Holly Tynan, Ingrid Tondel, Jennifer Muir. She's in the challenger division, if I recall. So she may not be competing. Joanna Skendaj, Julia Blazowski, Karen
Blazowska.
Close
Come
enough.
on.
Blazowska.
Blazowski. You straight monster inkers, man.
It happens. Karen Fariova can't compete. Katharina Izeli. I don't know. Laura Mugnier. Who are these people?
Laura Plaza Gonzalez, Lena Kiesman, Lisa Janine, Lucia Borgiani, Lucy McGonigal, Madeline Person, Marco
Italian?
Martine Varini,
Mirham
Von Rohr.
Is this the year that Mirham?
Yeah, this is as good of a year as any. Morgaine Tysons,
Norta signed up.
Norta
is going to she's going to World Fitness Project. Oda's going to World Fitness Project.
Oda Lundevicom, Rika Larson, Rox Cruchalton, Sarah Mossini, and Sophia Burnson.
There you go. That is the field for the French Throwdown for the women.
Dude, I love Mirham's name. I just feel like you could put some behind
you.
it.
Don't. You like your version of Mirham's name.
I think she should start using my version of her name, dude. Jeez.
Benoit signed up for World Fitness Project, but you got Briand. You got Bronislaw. Caleb also qualified. Colin qualified for World Fitness Project.
How do you think you say that name?
George Jurek.
George Jurek?
No. It's like yodeling. George Jurek.
Got it.
George Jurek.
Fabian Benito, who was at Mayhem, he also signed up and has accepted his invite for World Fitness Project. Just because they've accepted it doesn't mean they'll actually compete, but they've accepted.
What if it's all a misdirection? What if everybody who says they're going to go to WFP
and then they change their mind?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Hey, what about Jan Finkenberg? Huh? We like
he will be there.
Dude,
Finkenberg.
He's really strong. Like really strong. And he's fit. He's not as fit as he is strong.
But Moritz, I mean, that looks like a easy one for him.
Reggie.
Tola's going World
Moritz
Fitness
King?
Project.
No. Oh,
Oldest.
So
an oldest might make it online, maybe.
you
Yeah, good.
think?
He does good online.
I think it's not a definite at all, but I think he could be in the running. Yeah.
If he doesn't, I bet he can. He has a good shot there too.
24 quarterfinals. Koski, Adler, Roman won't have to. Austin doesn't have to. BKG, Moritz,
He won't
Crouch,
make it. Moritz won't
Aniol,
make it.
Ricky, Hopper.
Jay might. Ricky might. I think Jay and Ricky will. I don't think Moritz will. I don't think BKG will.
In the online semifinal?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't spin. It's not a 1-to-1 correlative because the games are not on the line. It's the game. The games are on the line. I think it's way, way, way different. I think Justin will make it online.
But you cannot say that Hopper did not go as hard as he absolutely could last time.
It's different, man.
How? You don't think that Jason, Dallin, Colton, and Taylor last year put out as much or more effort than anybody else out here?
I think if you have them do those workouts again, they'll beat Victor Hopper.
Why?
Because a game spot's on the line. And everything. I understand what you're saying. We watch them go as hard as they can. I get it. I understand what you're saying. I'm telling you it's going to be different. And this is one of them things. I promise you, this is one of them things you just need to trust me. It's going to be different.
I trust you.
Dude, when I'm confident about something, I'm never wrong.
But don't all these guys go even harder too, though? Like I get like, okay, Hopper's gonna go even harder than you did before. But doesn't Jay Crouch?
I think Jay will make it.
How about Moritz?
No.
He doesn't go even harder than he did before. He was just
the workouts will be different, Spin. They're gonna be. It's to get people to the game. I promise you, it's gonna be. How much do you want to bet?
How much different could it be?
It's making me mad that you're like not understanding.
How much different could it be, John?
I swear, Abby's gonna turn green anytime here.
What else are they gonna do to make it more difficult? Compared to last year's quarterfinals.
I'm done talking about it. It's gonna be different.
The problem is we'll never be able to measure this.
We will in online semis.
Hardness of the semifinal.
No, that the names that I said will not make it are not going to make it.
I'm not saying they're all good. Like it's not going to be the exact same list.
The exact names that I said aren't going to make it aren't going to make it.
Who? Moritz?
Moritz is not going to make it. Jay Crouch is going to. Ricky might. Keep going. BKG is not going to. Victor's not going to. I know he's not competing, but he's not going to. Go out. What are the other two?
Adler and Koski.
They're going to make it online.
How about the women?
The women are great. Let's go to the women.
Alexis.
Emma Lawson.
Alexis online. Madeline Sturt, I think, has an exceptional shot to make it online. Danielle Brandon will make it online. I don't think Manon will, and she always does good online. There you go. There you freaking go.
Somebody write this down.
Because it's different. It's been a game spot's on the line. Man, it's not going to make it online. These are the people I'm talking about.
Judy, take notes. We need receipts here.
We need an auditor. Emma Tall's not competing. Emma McQuaid's not competing. Lisa Fuliano's not competing. Karen Freyova's not competing. Caitlin Van Zil's not competing.
What the hell?
Yeah, if we go down the line, maybe she makes it online. Because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of names.
So I mean, the women's field is a lot different, right? But
yeah, no, I mean, if you read all the names that aren't doing it, yeah, Manon probably makes it.
I don't think it's that much different. Like again, I think if you put them and said the games is on the line, I don't think you see that much difference.
I think you do. Go to 2020 and see who the top 20 were.
2020, that's 5 years ago.
I know, but we know who the online warriors were.
2020. What are we doing?
Because the top 20 names went to the games.
Yeah, and they're all retired.
No, but you see, no. You got to go to
The
first
online
Oh,
portion.
I mean, I guess they're in
Yeah,
here,
it's all. I just don't have the.
right?
The scores up. Yeah.
But you look at the caliber of the names. You don't get the random names that you've never heard of.
Never heard of Melina Rodriguez.
Dude, Melina Rodriguez is a beast.
Christine Best.
Beast.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
After that, though, that's it. That's it. Yes?
Sure. Let's do the men.
No, there was
Women.
another name. All right.
But I want you to pay attention who's at the top here.
Baden Brown.
Baden Brown's a 3-time games athlete, dude.
Not in 2020.
Hefner, Krennikov, Paulson in the games at Fikowski.
Yeah, who
Tetlow.
even is Scott Tetlow?
Scott Tetlow made it in. After that, it's 2 people.
Luke
people.
Schaefer?
It's top 20. 2 people.
Yeah, but look at
2 people. No, listen. Hear me
list.
out. 2 people on the men and women are names that you wouldn't think, oh, these are perennial games athletes. 2 people at a top 20, and this is the top 11. And you're telling me 4 of these names are going to be people that
But the top of this list are all games athletes.
No, I don't. I don't put Moritz Fiebig on the level of the athletes that we just saw.
These are all games athletes.
I don't put Mannon on the same category of the athletes that we just saw.
Mannon's the only one on the list of the top 11 men or women that did not qualify for the games last year.
She's been to the games too, but I don't put her on the level of the people that we just saw. I'm telling when the games are on the line, the bigger names are going to be at the top. It makes a difference, and I can't
there are
explain
big names up there.
I can't explain why, but it just does.
Okay. Have you looked at any of the age group video review stuff yet?
No, but I have an athlete that was 36th.
Oh, I've got some stories about this.
About said athlete?
No, not your athlete, but just this whole thing in general.
And I'm really, really and she moves beautifully. She'd make Taylor cry.
Who should we look at? Let's look at Katie Canning's third workout.
And I really need 6 people to drop out.
So 5 have been good, 2 need review. Tyler,
So-
what story do you have?
I mean, Kyle Ruth posted about this, and then I've talked to several other people who are known people that are getting bad reviews, and I think it's a similar situation. I mean, it's not the exact same thing that happened to John, but it is a good story. It's
I get you. Where
if people know you, they're going to watch your video, and they're not going to watch other people's video who probably need to be watched. And I think there's some volleying going on for hey, go downvote this person because I need to get in.
Hip
Right?
and Steel.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, even Hip and Steel, he probably does move a little bit like shit, but I bet people are watching his video because it's Hip and Steel.
So Hip and Steel has had over 30 on all of these.
I agree, Tyler. But then the people, and then people are not.
People are going to slip in that aren't getting reviewed.
But they're too many people are being this workout is bad. They're trying to be killer whenever they're not.
Rod
They're
Wilson
not
has
killer.
had six.
Are there
views.
anywhere where there's good doesn't outweigh bad? We've not seen one yet.
Let's see if Tom Patch moves well. 2-0.
Oh, nice, Tom. Thanks.
But he has
dude.
2. Hip and Steel has over 30 every single time.
Way to move well, Tom. Any other famous names? Steve Anderson.
Is what about the Kevin Keister?
Yeah, go down to the 30 to 35 or 35 to 40.
I think he's 55.
Let's see how many people have looked at Panchik. 11-2. 2 of them need.
But the fact that 2 people said that he reviewed, I guarantee you, we watched this and we're like, "What are you watching?"
29-0.
You know what I mean? Of the 2 people that said he needs reviewed,
Right.
I think you're 100% ridiculous.
Well, one person says he needs to review his.
That's
Heavy Isabel.
that one person should not watch videos.
It's a test. It's the L1 test.
You see, I get annoyed with that. You know what I mean? When something and like it's just somebody that thinks they're Hitler and they're not.
Can we pause real quick? Dave, no one's talking about politics but you. You're bringing all that mess in here. You're the origin of all of that crap. I wish that my computer freaking worked because I'd wrench you right now. But like, just stop. Oh, he's been telling we picked all white men, so we didn't even realize. It's like, no, we didn't know until you said anything. It's just a game. You're seeing everything through that. And now you're making me do this.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
just
I'll
stop,
say
dude.
stuff so much worse than you want to hear eventually. Like it's not the show for you if it's like
Whoa, Aunt Haynes.
Let's watch it.
Sorry.
Let's watch it. It's 4:33. Everybody says he's bad. Let's watch it.
God, he's jacked as hell. How is he not in movies?
I assume he's going to do all of the movements, the measurements, right?
He should be a body double for Momoa.
So this is the lunges, dumbbell snatch, and box jump overs.
Yep.
Here we go. 4 minutes and 33 seconds. We'll finish after this.
Magnus. Let him get a Magnus. That first one was a little bad. These are fine. That was bad.
Where do you see
the knee?
The
the hip is not extending. It's his hips. Like I feel like his hips are just tight on.
They're saying that he's not standing up all the way.
Yeah, look, because he's like kind of weird bent in the middle. Yeah, I kind of get this.
I think it's just
there. Yeah,
the
that's
first
really
step
bad.
is always worse than all the rest of them.
Is lockout? Is that mandatory? I mean,
No,
we've not
it has to
read
be
the
above your head.
No, I mean, like of the hip.
Yes, Tyler.
Yes.
The first step's always way worse than the others.
Yeah, but he's not blocking up.
I get that one.
Yeah, I get that one. Sorry, Ant.
Yeah.
I think my lunges were better on our video, Tyler.
And you got nuked anyway.
Not for my reps. Apparently, I edited it, Spin.
This might be like anatomical for him. This might just be a hard position for him. But I mean, still, that's the standard is the standard.
He's extended at the top on the last one.
These are good.
Yeah, no, it's just for the lunge, man.
I think it has to be the lunge.
Yeah.
Let's see the box real quick because a lot of people were cheating the box.
So my understanding of all of this, though, is that just because it has down votes does not mean you get penalized.
It's just
somebody at HQ has to review it.
I think HQ is already going to review like their kind of standard procedure, but then they're going to add to it on top of it.
This is good. These are good.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do wrong on this.
You can't really fail these.
It's just the lunge. No. People are jumping off. You're not allowed to jump off.
Oh.
Like there are people who are like cheating the standard a little bit. Well, like they put 1 foot on it, like they're not jumping, but like
they sort of slide it off.
They're like blurring the line really badly.
So Kyle can't. He's TTT, right?
Is he? I'm not sure.
That's Kyle Ruth.
Same, but different.
Yeah, look up Kyle Ruth. James East.
Norman Woodring. Oof.
Woo!
Got knocked.
Ooh.
That might be that picture might be the
rowing. I imagine he's done fine.
Oh,
he's looked fine.
He's facing away from the camera. That makes it hard to judge.
Dude, he's extending.
That's good. Yeah, these are good.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Not watch rowing because that's boring.
No rep. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's locking out.
Dude, I mean, I think this is not worth 18 down votes.
No, it's not. I could see if you didn't know how to judge, if you would think that would be a no rep, but
you're trying to do too much.
Here we go. Here's the heavy.
Yeah, you're good. Is there a no step rule? No, it's split, so he's fine. Maybe they're calling him for lockout of the elbows, but I'm giving it to him.
I think it's just because he's not facing. All of these look fine to me, man.
Yeah, they look fine to me.
Tyler, I did this workout. It was a fun workout. If you want to do it,
I bet you
There
thought
you
it
go.
was because there's rowing in it.
you said we would do the age group semifinals.
I did not say the age group semifinals. I said semifinals.
Semifinals.
Oh, okay. Well, I did this one. If you want to do it.
So not that one. All right. That's it for the week. Next week, preview of Wadland, all 90 athletes. I think we'll preview. John, are you gonna do rankings for all 90?
I'm not going to rank this competition.
Okay. Yeah. So Wadland Fest, Roman Kronikov, Ani Olakai, Lucy Campbell will be there. So yeah.
Do you want to do a poll if we should do the mountain or not?
John really wants to do the mountain. We've only had one competition, John.
I don't want anything to change what I have now, and I want to do one. I don't want to do another one until after all the semis, all of them.
What? Why do one now?
Because this is the only semifinal where we will have an elite field the whole way down. It's the best talented of the field, like the best in the world. We're at this semifinal. We will not have another semifinal like that. We won't. There'll be 2 good people and everybody else doesn't matter. You know this is true. It's like this is the only semifinal.
I understand what you're saying is true. It
in-person
doesn't mean I
semifinals
agree
is not
with
going to
your
change
methodology
anything.
here.
In-person semifinals will not change one thing.
I don't.
I'm telling you right now.
You.
No, I'll speak to the creator of the mountain. I'm pretty sure I could trust what he says. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I want to show the world. I think we should do a poll and see what they say.
Maybe we'll do that. We'll see.
Spin doesn't. Why? I don't know why you're against it right now.
John, people can't handle too much mountain.
Yeah.
They're not going to get another one to the end of semifinals. I'm telling you right now. I'm not going to make one.
What if there's a reason to?
There is not one.
There's one all of a sudden right now.
Patience is a virtue. Phil doesn't think we need a mountain.
Pull it then. See what happens.
I'll go on Instagram and I'll put a poll up. We'll see. I'll have to get all my fake accounts to go vote against it. Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
I apologize to absolutely nobody.